So yeah, I remember some time ago. I used to work for a kilt shop. I used to work for a kilt shop, and when I worked for this kilt shop, um, so this was obviously during the time when Scotland were voting for the independence, and I was saying to my boss and my colleagues, I was like, for sure, Scotland will vote for independence, for sure. Super proud country, super proud history, Bravehearts, for sure, these guys, of course, are going to vote for independence. And to my shock, as in this shock the living daylights out of me, they voted to remain in the Union. And I was like, you had the chance for Scotland to fully have its independence, have its freedom to really choose its future and not be sort of like bogged down or held down by whatever England does, and you don't. And I remember seeing people in the streets of Scotland like waving the Union flag and everything. And I was like, wow. Then how? And this, it's so apt that this happened. Then you see Brexit. Scotland overwhelmingly voted against Brexit. Overwhelmingly voted to remain. But you're part of the Union. You are, if you're in the Union, you are England's bitch. Okay, you're England's lapdog. That's just the reality. That's just how the Union works. Because England are the guys who call the shots within the Union. They are the big dogs. It ain't equal. It ain't equal. And I think that is what Nicola Sturgeon always flipping knew. Nicola Sturgeon always do that. Man, it ain't all. It's the pie isn't divided up evenly. It ain't. They will always call the flipping shots. So once Brexit happened, then it was like, oh, snap. So we are going to now have to suffer with the consequences of Brexit, even if as a country we voted against it. But because we are part of the Union and England voted for us, we now have to suffer with England. So with these elections now coming through, I now saw the stuff that is trending. A united Ireland, Scottish independence, and how SNP have now sort of won a lot of votes. And I think the SNP won their seat over Joe Swinson, one constituency. It is so obvious now. And I think if there is any Scottish person or any Irish person who still wants to remain in the Union, then I don't even know what to tell you. Because I think this just shows to you that how can you be living within a kind of union or a group where a certain piece of it call the shots and make decisions which affect you, but you have the chance to say, no, let's make the decisions for ourselves. Because if Scotland was independent, that's the key thing. If Scotland voted for independence, they would still be in the EU, they'd still be in the European Union, and they wouldn't have to suffer any kind of, they would not have to suffer the economic effects of what Brexit would bring. And that is why, as of right now, which is what they're saying, they're now going to fast track the independence. But I think even more so, because this is what I want to know, and I hope some either Scottish or Irish people comment on this. For those Scottish people or Irish people that want to stay in the Union, all I ask is why? Why? Why would you not want to be independent? It may be hard, it may be tough and everything, but why wouldn't you want the hardships and everything of saying, you know what, we do not belong to anyone. We are independent, because that's the key thing. Being in the Union, it may be great. See, being in the EU, that is a fully fair union where no, we are a group as a whole and we are together as a whole. But in the United Kingdom, for me, when I view the UK, I don't view the UK as, oh, England, Scotland, Wales, and no. I view it as, no, England, and then those other guys. That's how I've always viewed it. And the image of the UK has always been England at the forefront. They're the center, they're the kings, and these are just the guys around them. So why wouldn't you want to say, no, let us actually decide our future, let's just decide of it, and let us actually make our own decisions and not have to be at the behest of England. So and that's also what I want to know. What Scottish people or Irish people do not want to be independent? And I ask you, why? Because people say, oh, for economic reasons. Now, who knows? Maybe Brexit will work out well. Maybe it will work out well. But it's a strong maybe. All the economists say this could be, at the very least, a rough few months or a rough year. And even if it works out, it may work out well for England. But will it work out well for Scotland or Northern Ireland? That's the key thing. So I just think that this is the perfect opportunity. And I think sometimes the universe speaks to you. And I think the universe is speaking to both Scotland and Northern Ireland to say, it's time for a united Scotland. It is time for a united Ireland. And maybe what you will see in the next few years is something that England never thought would happen, where that United Kingdom just gets completely and totally broken away. And it was because of this Brexit thing that's caused it. It's very interesting. Will you vote for your freedom and your independence?